Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we're doing mushrooms, logs. What we found is we've been cutting the heck out of mushrooms, and these are the ones that we inoculated this spring. You gotta leave them stacked like this for about 7 months. Anyway, Jan started finding a few in the log piles, and so that is your clue to spring into action. Oh, there's another one. When you see them popping like this, you better get them stood up. Otherwise, they're gonna start producing in there and you're gonna have a wreck. There's 1,000 logs here. We've already stacked probably 250. We got 2 crews. Myself, I'm kind of satellite crew myself. These are the ones I've been working on. So what we're doing is we're splitting up and doing different styles. We're gonna do the log cabin stacking. I've never done that before with fresh ones. Done a few old logs that way, but we're keeping them off the ground. So we just had plain raw logs. There's a pile of them over there. We're using those to keep the inoculated ones off the ground. And you can see there's the inoculant. See the wax. We seal them with wax. And we did cover them with netting over here. We've already taken the netting off. There's a pile of it there. Folks, if you don't cover them with netting, don't bother inoculating them, because the woodpeckers are just gonna clean you up. So what we did is we saved our old logs. These are logs that are, you might say they're over the hill, but we found out we don't throw them away. Because you throw those off into a pile, and sure enough, you'll come out here and they'll just be covered with mushrooms. But they're very light. They've lost a lot of their weight just because they're old. But look at that. Look at that right there. See, they're still producing. If you throw those off in the woods, you could cost yourself several $100s of mushrooms that you could have sold. So don't throw them away, just stack them up where you can kind of watch them. There's another pile of them over there. And then these back here are 4 years old. So we got 4 stacks of 4-year-olds. These are all brand new ones. No, they aren't. Those are old ones too. Yeah. Here's the new ones right here. And then Isaac and Ike are going crazy back here. Look at that. They've got them. They're leaving enough space where Jan and I can walk between them. Or if we get a big flush of them, we'll holler for reinforcements. So we get everybody with a knife. And we'll start cutting, because sometimes you might come out here that may be 150 pounds that need to be cut. And that's a job for one person. Getting the foundation laid for another one.
Trying to.
Oh, you got your camera set up over there.
Yeah, it's got a time lapse going.
I looked at them like, what is that? You got a time lapse of our work.
Should be a cool little video. I may end up posting it on Instagram, so
You may put it on Instagram.
check it out.
Y'all heard that. Go to Isaac's Instagram. You can watch the time lapse of them building that pile. So this is Scott and David are back here. I'll show you what we've done is we've moved it in. We're too close to the edge right here. We're getting some west sun. So we moved it more underneath the trees. And they're building teepee styles over here. Jan still likes her teepees. They are easier to pick. You just walk down the front. Oh, there's another mushroom. That's one we missed. It's over the hill now. Something been chewing on it. Anyway, these are easier to harvest. The problem with an A-frame like this is when you got 4,000 logs, they take up a lot of room. And the log cabin style, which is right here, if you just count, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 18. There's 36 logs right there in that one stack. And if you look over here, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 30. Now, what's the chances of that? 36. So, literally, I used up a lot of ground here for 36 logs. I mean, it's 20, well, that's a 24-foot piece of beam in there. That's a piece of fiberglass that we use. And we just wired it onto steel posts. But that's so in 24 feet, we got, there's 16. And over there, we had 36 in just a little tiny area. So you got 32 in 24 feet. That's not using your shade very efficiently, but it sure is easy to harvest them. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna do the log cabin style on a bunch of these. Jan still wants more A-frames put up. So we've got an area back here. Folks, we still got a lot of logs there to stack. And our big yard is down behind the lake over there. There's probably 2,500 logs down there. And we're gonna commingle those and get the old ones out and tighten everything up. And I think we can get maybe 2 stacks of those put in down there. We hope. Because we're not gonna need to inoculate logs for a while. We've got a bunch. Got a bunch. But you know, you gotta get your pipeline filled up, and that's what we've done. We've worked at it the last 2 springs, and now we shouldn't have to inoculate anything for a good while. We've got plenty of mushroom production for a bit. But Jan just took some in yesterday, and sold them. You got a mushroom on that log, David?
Yeah, I do.
Let me grab
I don't know how good it is, but
it's already dried. That's when you don't have to dry. Jan uses these in pastas and all kinds of dishes. You soak that in water, it'll go right back to its original shape, and it hasn't lost any of the nutrition. Actually, drying, natural drying, they say it holds on to more of the vitamins and stuff than putting it in a conventional food dryer. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. The boys are working and I'm sitting here talking, and we're gonna get this done. Everyone have a good one, and on the way out, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you folks down the road.